Tricycle Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buffaloes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Phelps. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Utah will have some work to do after that short return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
He leaves it with his back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. So Colorado's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
4 wide receivers on second and short, guys. The whole playbook at their disposal. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense on first down. Running back goes in motion. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. They go to the draw. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on there.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And he falls on his own fumble, and that one always puts your heart in the throat. And the Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Cook. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colorado. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Morton. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Buffs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He unleashes a long one. And the pass is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running toward the tape. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Line getting set on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Leaves it with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first down.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! And they take it in for 6 more points. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Hands it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looking for a block. It's Cook. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Buffaloes in the hurry-up.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's there to make the stop. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Headed to the end zone, and he's gonna score. Touchdown, Buffs!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Running through contact. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Phelps. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Utah has him back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
Afterburners coming. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Buys a little time with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Pressure coming. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Phelps. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Touchdown, Bucks! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play?
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Looking to move it through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good. Easy call for the ref. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Nifty little dance step. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Moving away from pressure. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Utes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field it close to the 50. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the stomping has commenced.
You get down here in the red zone, you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Phelps. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. 1st down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
It's complete to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this 1st down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time 4th down and short company.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. He wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Colorado! And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just try.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive play.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. All kinds of room to the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Zings it complete to the right.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. The inside handoff. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th.
And the pass hits, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down and for 38. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And that's another 1st down.
He's going to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball.